unmute my mic, and Discord's going to be unmuted as soon as I switch to the screen. And we are not muted anymore. And let's...
Welcome, chat.
Welcome to impromptu one-shot because Skylar's girlfriend's birthday was today.
I think you meant a Thunderdome.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he only started dating her like 2 weeks ago, so you know, this is one of those. I'm mad that he bailed, but he only bailed after I was like, no, fucker, go. No, girlfriend wins out in this situation.
It's 2 weeks. I beg to differ.
The problem is he works with her as well, so I'm like, you know what? No.
Oh
yeah,
no.
So, yeah, it could make his life hell.
Well,
It already is.
works
He just
with.
doesn't know it yet.
They work in close but not the same department. Let me put it that way.
Did we tell Rachel about what you just said, Cameron, or is she aware?
Rachel
Oh,
doesn't work
man.
with Cameron.
Yeah.
Like, that was the whole point.
Yeah, no, that was intentional. Like, I've been there. I'm over it.
It's never a good idea to date your coworkers.
Yeah, things at Sam's Club can become quite incestuous, quite quickly.
I don't know if I'd use incestuous for that, but I mean, I get it.
Clubtuous? I don't know. I got nothing.
Very dramatic, like high school dramatic.
I mean,
No.
Depends
I
on
know
your
way
managers.
too many people who have had the same partner or two at work, and I'm just like, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Like, if they can pull it off, that good for them, but it's not a good idea to me, at least. You get
Like,
distracted too easily.
The club down south, at least, is like far enough removed from the clubs up north that like it's spared a little bit.
I hate that you have to say a little bit.
Hey, well, you try working in one of the clubs up north, and you'll see what I mean.
Well, it's more diverse up there.
Okay, not if you work not yeah as a whole, like if you were to count the whole up north region, yeah, it is more diverse. But we're talking about a very, particular group of people.
Huh.
Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like a singles ward.
I have in California.
Well, if it's anything like up here, you get what I'm talking about. But man, I just yeah,
Wow.
that's gonna be a no for coworkers from me.
Well, before we get distracted with IRL talk, which we're trying not to do as much of, because I like to keep my anonymity as much as possible.
Yeah, sorry.
I do believe it's time to fill out character sheets.
Yay.
Adventurous Scout is first on my list.
Ooh, snap.
Alphabetical order, after all.
Well, here's the thing, it isn't alphabetical perfectly.
Uh-huh.
Because there's just a point where the new ones for second edition are added and they didn't like alphabetize them with the first edition, so it's first edition alphabetized, second edition alphabetized.
Okay. Huh. Oh no, they have to make it complex. Why could it ever be easy?
Cause fuck you.
Apparently.
So your D20 is brains. Your D12 is brawn. Your D10 is a grit. You have a D8 in charm. and then flight is your D6.
Interesting spread.
Yes. Your suggested strengths are cool under pressure, intuitive, lucky, prepared, skilled at, and treasure hunter. You get
Ooh.
2 of those.
I think I will try cool under pressure and treasure hunter.
You also have rebellious because you're a teenager. And then you have 2 questions. Question 1. Who first got you into scouting, or more generally, the great outdoors? Oh, oops. I never changed the title of the stream. Oopsie, gonna fix that real quick.
Oops, we don't want to confuse the viewers.
Well, it's just the name of the stream I did last time, which is edit stream info, because I'm dumb.
Let's see. I would say that I was largely always outside in my youth, whether that was fishing or hiking, or whatnot. And then I found a friend with similar interests that we ended up growing up doing that together.
All right. And your second question is, what do you have to give up to spend as much time in nature as you do?
Interesting. Is this something more like a personal sacrifice, or is this something that I just generally don't experience?
What do you have to give up? Is the wording.
Yeah.
So it's something you gave up.
All right. I'm just seeking clarification. I could read that as a little bit nebulous.
Well, then answer it a bit nebulous.
I would then say, if I'm going to answer this a little bit more nebulously, I would say that I have given up much of my high school community in favor of, quasi reclusion, the friendship of few.
I'm just checking something. If my computer would load the web page.
Well, it has to think for a second.
All right, and you choose one flaw. The suggested flaws are dogmatic, gullible, nosy, paranoid, patronizing, rambunctious, and restless.
I might try restless.
Okay. Your shit is done for now. Maggie,
Yes.
as a cunning detective, your brains is at 20.
Damn.
Your charm
Okay.
is at 12.
Mhm.
Your grit, 10. Your fight is 8. Your brawn is 6.
Okay.
Your suggested strengths. Oh my god, I just noticed that they have a big spelling error in the PDF. They have strength spelled STRENGHTS.
Oops.
But anyway, your suggested strengths are cool under pressure, heroic, intuitive, protective, skilled at, and treasure hunter.
So we click all those boxes, right? Or do we pick one?
2.
Pick 2 of them.
Yes. Are you playing your character as a teen or an adult?
A young adult.
Okay, so you'll already have skilled at.
Okay.
So that's cool under pressure, heroic, intuitive, protective, and treasure hunter with that taken into account.
Well, since I'm playing a detective, intuitive might come in handy. And yeah. So I got cool under pressure, intuitive, and then skilled at blank.
And then for the skill that blank, you just choose some kind of skill.
Okay.
And it's just like, oh, well, you're really good at doing this one thing because you're older, so you've had more practice in life.
Put observation.
Gotta scroll down.
What the hell? That's how you say it and spell it.
So what are everybody's strengths again, just so I can read through these?
Go ahead,
I've
Gilman.
I've got cool under pressure, rebellious, and treasure hunter.
Then I have cool under pressure, intuitive, and then skilled at.
Okay, cool under pressure. You may spend an adversary token to take half of your die's value instead of rolling on a snap decision. So if I tell you to roll, say, you need to get a 10 in whatever your best stat is, but it's a snap decision, so you can't automatically take half the value, you can spend an adversary token to take half the value. Intuitive. You may spend an adversary token to ask the GM about your surroundings, an NPC, or the like, and I must answer.
Oh, interesting. I had that
Uh,
last time. Oh, I didn't get that one this time. Sorry.
No, that one's mine.
uh, it was Rebellious, Skilled at, and Treasure Hunter left, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So Rebellious. Add 3 to rolls to persuade or resist persuasion from kids, and it's +3 to roll to resist persuasion from adults. In other words, fuck you, you're not my dad. Skilled at. Choose a skill. You are assumed to succeed when making even moderately difficult checks involving the skill. If they determine that you need to roll for the difficult check, you add 3 to the roll. And Treasure Hunter, you may spend an adversary token to find a useful item in your surroundings. It has to be something that could reasonably be found. It's not like, I spend this and I find a rocket launcher. No, the fuck you don't. Now, we've got a teen and a young adult. So here's the question. Do you know each other?
I would say yeah.
Because here's the fun thing. I haven't even told you the setting yet.
Maybe you should tell us the setting first then.
Okay, fine. I was gonna see if you guys could actually shoehorn your characters in effectively, but
Well, I mean, what? Well, I don't know. Let's just say I'm dating his older sister or something. I don't know.
Wow. Talk about shoehorns.
oh, I've never heard of that position. Okay, well now the question is, do you like or hate each other?
I don't know, Cameron. Do we like or hate each other?
I don't know that I would say hate.
Yeah. Let's just say it's still kind of a new relationship, so it's still we know each other, but
Okay.
we're not like best friends.
Okay, so I'm gonna say relationships for characters you don't know because you don't know each other really.
Yeah.
6. So, Cameron, let's have you answer a question first.
Oh, snap.
Why is this character's family so important in the town?
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Um, I'm gonna say that my family owns a large portion of the town.
You're answering a question for Maggie, not yourself.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me why my family was so important to the town.
Why
too.
is there? Because you're answering questions for the other characters.
Oh, well, then I would say that their family owns a large portion of the town.
Mag's character's family owns large portion of town. There we go. And I rolled a 3. So recently, Cameron's character did something great for the town. Why was it so surprising?
Let's say he brought recycling to the town.
What?
Just
I'm a little scout.
recycling by the bagful.
Yeah.
Has done a shit ton of recycling. Oh, wow. I have a lot of great skill in typing. And Maggie, we've already mentioned that we have a girlfriend.
Yep.
We need a name.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to name generator.
You could be me and use Rachel for everything.
That sounds awful.
You don't have to worry, Cameron. I have a sister named Rachel, so that's not.
Oh, that's an
well,
even
that's
worse
even funnier
position.
considering how often I kill Rachel's. I don't know why Rachel's my go-to murder victim in campaigns.
Let's say Eva.
Eva Online, got it.
That's Eve.
That's a joke for me, so.
It's too late. Megs and I have bonded over their joke.
Sorry.
Somebody cutting their toenails?
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that loud.
And here I was trying to clean my glasses off with a napkin. Thought it was me. Why does that pick that up?
No, Cameron's just over there doing kink, kink repeatedly.
Sorry, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I appreciate that you're not surprised by that.
That was loud enough to be picked up.
Oh, that I would clip my nails. Alright. Anyway,
I mean, I assume you cut your nails. I just didn't think you'd be doing it in the middle of a voice call.
yeah, I didn't realize how, distinct and
Well, if you're doing it
recognizable.
nearby the microphone, that's the problem. Microphones are surprisingly good at picking up sound. It's almost like they're designed to.
I mean, sometimes. Sometimes.
And I don't think you're using a pop filter.
Man, no, it's a soda filter.
I'm probably the only one with a pop filter thinking about it.
Is that the big thing that goes over the microphone?
That's usually made out of foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure I get it right.
Or in the
And yeah,
case
you
of
are the
some
only
of them,
one.
you can get like it's a cert piece of plastic with foam, like thin, whatever the fuck you want to call it, between it, and you put it in front of the mic, and that's also works. But mine just has one that I can just thump, put it on. So I do.
Pretty neat.
Well, it's time to see how well you can play your characters in the setting you're going to be in. Because. Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm not feeling great.
Oh no,
Sorry.
Cameron's
I might move.
dying.
I know. I'm not that lucky, but I'll probably switch to push to talk.
Hmm.
But our setting is this is actually going to be me soft testing the laces idea. So this is somewhere in the 1970s, late 1970s, early 1980s, up to a little bit of debate on the specifics, where y'all are dealing with punk rock stuff, and there's like that kind of shit going on. But there's also a lot of rebellious teens getting into fights with the police / neo-Nazis. So, question is now, are either of you part of that scene?
I would probably say that my character is woefully unknowledgeable of the goings on in town like that. If I found any in the wild, though, I'd probably punch their face.
Okay, so
No.
we're already confirming that you'd punch a Nazi. Good.
You know,
But you also have, like, no experience with the punk aspect.
Right, because, my punk is definitely a more wild counterculture. Like forest punk or something. I don't know. Definitely like an anti-capitalist.
Fuck the powers that be.
I'm also not like in town in any groups, you know.
what is the age
Meh.
range for young adult?
Like, if you could be a junior in college, assuming you went right after high school, so that's what, 20, 21-ish?
21, 22-ish. Okay, good, because I put 21 down.
The only character old enough to drink. Legally.
Anyway. Well, considering that I'm, young, let's say I'm a PI instead of an actual
Private
detective,
investigator. Okay.
an investigator, yeah. So probably know a lot about what's going on in town, and I would punch neo-Nazis in the face.
Perfect. We have fuck the Nazis already in high swing. Remember, it's always morally correct to punch a Nazi in the face.
Yes, it is.
Always.
So, let's explain lace code real quick because I know I've explained it to you two, but I'm assuming you've forgotten by now.
Probably.
And secondly, I don't think I've ever talked about it on stream. It's going to kind of play a mild to important role in this. So, lace code is very simple to explain. During like the first and second wave of punk, usually the second wave is when it became solidified. A lot of punks would wear Doc Martens or other such boots. And you would commonly use the square lacing style for boots instead of the crisscross that a lot of shoes come like pretty tight in. And the color of your shoelaces meant something. Black, you're neutral. You don't have a affiliation because of your shoelaces that you're like making clear. Or green, but that's for people who know about lace code and went, I'm neutral, but I want color.
Mhm.
Then you have red, which is people who have killed or at least have like beat the shit out of somebody. And this shoelace is heavily associated with the neo-Nazis, so none of y'all have red shoelaces if you have colored shoelaces. Same goes for yellow. That means you're a part of a gang that is also a neo-Nazi gang. Needless to say, you are not allowed to wear those either. Then you have blue, which means you're a cop killer. Up to you on that one. Then you have purple, which is commonly referred to as meaning you're gay, but it more accurately was used to refer to people who were queer in some way. Maybe you're bi, maybe you're lesbian, maybe you're gay, maybe you're trans, all those things. Maybe you're non-binary, just queer in general as a blanket. So, yeah, those are the shoelaces, although it doesn't sound like either of you are big into the scene. I do imagine Cameron's character does wear boots, though.
Oh, yeah, big old waffle stompers.
Whereas I imagine Maggie's character wearing a more, like, sensible shoes.
Yeah.
Are you dressed like a stereotypical private eye?
No. Since I'm still young enough to be. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, let's say I do have the trench coat, but it's like.
It's
like a
New
deep
York. You kind of
blue.
need one sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is
Deep
New York.
blue. Oh, it's in New York. I've
Good
got
to know. Good to know.
During one of the worst times to live in New York.
Yeah, trench coat. Let's say for a hat, it's a beret instead of a fedora.
Is it raspberry?
My God, it's black.
I feel like beret is just the lesbian version of a fedora.
It's the only one I
How
could think of.
dare you?
Well, I feel like the only person who could argue this is Maggie.
I mean, he's not wrong. It can be taken that way. Anyway,
Do y'all have names?
yeah. Desi.
Does he?
Desi. Desi.
All right, we got Desi and
Pete?
Pete. Now, is it spelled like Pete or is it spelled like Pete?
Yeah, it's spelled like Pete.
I was just wondering if you decided to spell it like Peat.
No, there's 2 E's. Where they're at
P-E.
is up to you.
Well. Chaos. Well. You didn't realize it, but you gave the perfect hook to get both of you involved. Guess who's missing and you're looking for?
Eva.
It's Pete.
Really, Cameron?
Am I searching for Pete?
Oh, it's saved. I love the angry face, though. It's precious.
Well, then. So that is kind of what is going on. You are trying to find Eva. And we're going to say that the first scene that we'll do is actually Desi kind of getting Pete alone to talk and kind of figure out what he knows. And we'll say it's raining and storming outside, so we can have thunder crashing.
Do I go find him at their home or
We're going to start off with you two in the same place, and you are asking questions.
okay? When was the last time you saw your sister?
It was a night much like this, just earlier in the day.
Why do I feel like this is going to turn into a damn noir?
You're the one who decided to
I
be a
stay
PI.
staring out the window. Lightning flash illuminates my face. In fact, it was about 3 p.m.
Did she say where she was going? Did she leave? What was she doing?
We were passing each other. I was on the way home from school, walking up the steps into our house. She was walking down.
Did she seem like distressed or anything?
In this time and age, we all seem distressed.
More than usual, Pete.
Oh, no, I didn't notice.
Hmm. She didn't tell me what she was doing. We didn't have a date until this weekend. Hmm.
I assumed she was on the way to see you.
Nah, I had to. How am I gonna word this? No, I was busy tailing Mr. Winters down the blocks to see if he's really cheating on his secretary or cheating on his wife with his secretary.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what that's all about. Like, I mean, people
I'm
are
saying
entitled
I'm busy. I
to play
was
their
busy. She
games
was
the
not
way
on her
they
way to
want.
meet me. I was on a job, is what I'm getting at.
Oh my god. It has been at least a week since she has kind of disappeared.
Ooh. Hmm.
Well, that's good. That's good information to have.
Yes.
No sign of a struggle, she just kind of disappeared.
Let's go search her room.
All right. So you make your way up to her room, or, well, Cameron, how nice is the house you live in? Or
It
apartment?
it's okay. I would say that we're on the middle floor of a row house. So
Okay.
a three family, I don't know if anyone's familiar with row house. Three family unit, shared laundry.
Is it kind of like a townhouse?
Kind of. It's
Okay.
yeah, kind of, except each floor would belong to a different family.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, they're typically found out east, in areas where the homes were there before the streets were.
Hmm.
All right. So you make it to her room, and Maggie, how does Eva usually keep her room?
This is she pretty keeps it pretty clean.
Okay. So you kind of enter the room, and nothing looks out of place. It all looks clean. There's like a poster for the Ramones up on the wall.
Does she have a desk in there?
I don't know, does she?
Let's see. Yeah, but it's one of those small ones. Like
So
probably couldn't hold a lot.
so there's a small desk. It's got like a really cheap lamp that you found in a garage, or like a garage sale, or like the dump, and gave to her.
Such a cheapskate.
Well, I imagine you're not doing too well financially as a private investigator.
No, I was just joking. It's so funny though.
You gotta remember, this is bad New York. Back around riots were consistent bad.
I guess we'll pull open the one drawer to her desk and rummage through.
You find a bunch of tampons that are kind of just outside of the box. You're able to find like a pen that's been buried in there. And like at one point you just find, oh god, there's a puddle in here. What the fuck?
Puddle of water?
You hope so.
Should taste it just to make sure.
I'm not gonna taste an unknown substance.
Boring.
I will sniff it though. I'll dip my finger in it and then sniff it to see if it has a smell.
Smells like tampon.
Smells like a tampon. Okay.
You're imagining one of the tampons being in the water might have influenced the smell of the water.
Oh yeah, that's true. then yeah, I'm just gonna wipe my finger off on my coat.
Cameron, how does Pete dress?
In layers. Yeah. What time of the year is it?
May.
Then I would say a light tank under a short sleeve with a windbreaker-esque jacket over it all.
All right.
Earthy tones, of course.
For some reason, when you said you dress in layers, I thought of a Christmas story. I can't move my arms.
That was amazing. I love that rat.
Well then.
Since I'm not finding anything, I'm gonna go snoop around her bed, like check underneath, and maybe she has a hidden diary somewhere. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like we need to do some investigation. I do believe that'd be a good time to put your brains to use.
Yes, it would.
Let's say 8. Oh, also, everybody should have 3 adversary tokens right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I got 38.
Oh, you just barely got it. As you are kind of investigating, looking around under her bed, all this stuff, you're able to find a flyer for a band called Danger Close, a local band going to be performing on Saturday. It is currently Thursday for you two.
Like this coming Saturday or this past Saturday?
Coming.
Okay. So
And it doesn't look like they hid it under the bed. It looks like it just fell under the bed.
okay.
You are also able to find another discarded pen. You get a feeling that it's just another lost pen. And you are able to kind of smell something that smells a little bit like brimstone.
Underneath the bed?
Yes.
I'm gonna choose to try and crawl under there and see if I can figure out where the hell the smell's coming from.
All right. How big is Desi?
About 5, 6. More scrawny than. Well, no, not scrawny. What's the word? Typical female figure, the hourglass or whatever. She takes care of herself.
Gotcha. Give me a flight check of 6.
Shit. Did not. No. Let's take the loss.
Pete, you see Desi trying to shimmy under the bed. It is not going well for her. She didn't take into account that she has a bust.
Remember to exhale. Exhale and push.
Okay, before I get stuck, I'm gonna pull myself out and tell him, "You get under there."
Oh no, I'm not allowed in there.
Just do it. I'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll scurry under the bed.
All right. How is Pete physically speaking?
I would say on the stronger side of scrawny. I guess slightly above average. I guess I don't know. He's a pretty lean
Okay.
lean kid.
We'll say you only have to get a flight of 4. So that
This
too.
bed is really low.
Well,
We can't afford bed frames in our family.
you can't afford good bed frames. They're kind of small.
In fact, I'm starting to suspect that they don't have legs.
Well, neither of you are able to get under the bed.
I'm gonna try lifting it up.
Okay, let's say that's a brawn check of. It's not too big of a bed. Let's say 8.
It's the immovable bed. This bed is a fixture in this story.
Is this the same rules that I can spend adversity to succeed?
You spend adversary to up your roll by 1.
Oh, then never mind. I'll just take the loss then.
And of course, remember whenever you fail checks to add your adversary plus 1. Maggie, did I ever have you fill in a fear?
No, and I don't know if I'm supposed to have flaws or not.
Or a flaw, I mean? Fear is
Yeah, no, I
something
have no
else.
flaws.
It suggests blunt, callous, demanding, nosy, patronizing, prejudiced, vindictive.
My dumbass can't find nosy.
It might not be on the sheet because remember we're using the version 1 sheets.
That's right.
Because they haven't done the version 2 on Roll20 yet.
That's right. Let's go ahead and add that down in notes.
And I don't know when they will. Because, I mean, the first edition basically has everything you need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it just the one flaw, or do we have another?
You choose one.
Okay, yeah, the nosy.
Well then, this bed is proven to be quite the hassle.
If it makes you feel any better, Dusty, we did glue the bed frames to the ground.
Oh my god. You could have led with that before I started trying to lift it.
It's alright. Beds in our family have a tendency to wander. I forgot that, we had done that.
Okay, I'm gonna choose instead to lift up the mattress.
Alright, I'm going to say lifting the mattress is considerably easier and doesn't require a check.
Yeah, if you thought us gluing the frame to the ground was bad,
So you lift up the mattress, and at this point, you both can smell that brimstone scent.
can I... Let's see. Does it smell familiar from any of my adventuring around the city?
Roll me a brains check of 7.
I rolled a 17, which is impressive on its own.
And for you. Well, you think about it and you're like, vaguely can remember the scent of brimstone. Not quite, but close enough is like the coal mine.
Let's see, I've smelt the smell before.
Yeah, so like there's the coal mine. Obviously, you'd be able to spell it at the coal plant. Uh, yeah. It doesn't smell exactly right, but that's the closest you can get on a scent.
So we should try the coal mine or coal plant, is what you're saying, Pete.
I'm nearly saying that this is a smell that I've only encountered in some very specific places.
Okay, I'm gonna take my notebook out and write coal mine equals brimstone question mark.
I like how we have two very smart characters who are not being very smart. You both literally have 20s in brain.
No, our characters have 20s in brain.
Characters in brain.
That's right. I keep forgetting that IRL, you're dumbasses. My bad. I'm sorry for assuming you were intelligent.
Well, I mean, we can be intelligent about certain things.
Yeah,
Literally.
ask me about outdoor stuff.
What does a pine cone smell like?
It
Pine
smells
cone,
like a
pine
pine tree.
Can you eat pine?
Yes, you can even make tea with it.
I did not know that.
I did. That's because I used to drink tea before I got off caffeine.
You can even use pine tar for a number of fun things.
Well, pine tar is an adhesive, isn't it? So it's sticky. Super sticky.
It is. It's also flammable.
That too.
I am 0% surprised the camera knows a lot about fire.
Well, I'm playing an adventurous scout with a 20 in intellect. Like, if you're gonna ask me about outdoor things, I'll answer your questions.
Well, I was just calling you to see if it was a bluff or not.
Rude. Your distrust in me has got me just flabbergasted. My gasted has been flabbered.
Well, if you're flabbergasted, the question is what's your guys' plan?
Well, so far, we've got a band name and the smell of sulfur, or brimstone.
Yep. You literally have the band name of Danger Close, upcoming concert on Saturday. And you've got the scent of brimstone under the bed, which has given you possibly the coal mine or coal plant.
And where is the venue for this band?
The venue would be not downtown, but the rural equivalent of a downtown.
Like in the suburbs?
Let's just say it's taking place at a high school.
Okay.
Are we in like New York City?
No, you're more in the southwestern part of New York.
Okay.
Gotcha. Down there by Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you're like 10 miles from the border.
Okay. Things are making a bit more sense.
Or the state line. Border's different.
I am going to spend one of my adversity to ask about the surroundings. Like, is there anything out of place that we have not noticed?
You notice that the closet is missing more clothes than it should if she had gone out and was taken. You're guessing 3 days worth of clothes. 4 days if you count what she was wearing.
I put that in my notebook as well.
But again, she has been missing for a week now.
Is she prone to camping trips?
No, she hates camping, in fact.
Yeah, that's what I seem to have remembered.
You have a we love each other because we're family, but we do not understand each other kind of vibe.
Does she often go on sleepovers or overnighters?
No? The longest she's ever been missing from home is like 2 days. And that was like, you knew what was going on when those were happening.
Well, this is all concerning. Does it look like this flyer was accidentally left or intentionally placed?
Looks like it fell like out of a pocket or something and went under the bed.
Alright, so someone who's interested in going to this concert and hangs around coal mines or plants was possibly in here.
Yeah. Well,
Possible.
we can either check. We can either check up on the coal clue or the band clue.
Well, is the
Okay, coal.
band a school band then? Like they're a high school group sort of thing, or are they like an
I would
town?
need a brains check. You would have a harder time because you don't spend a lot of time. So I'm going to say 12.
Alright, well, I'm getting my good rolls out of the way early with a 15.
They are not a high school band, but they are recently graduated seniors.
Okay, so they would be a local group.
Yeah, they're a local group. I'll say roll me a charm of 5 and we'll see if you know any of them.
I can +1 with adversary, or is that up the die?
It's +1.
Okay, well then I will spend adversity.
We're gonna say that you know Lisa, who is the bassist. and she was, well, a stoner and kind of a burnout, as were a lot of kids during this time in New York.
Well, Desi, we can go see if Lisa knows anything. I do happen to know she's the bassist for Danger Close.
Yeah. What time of day is it? Is it like afternoon?
I'm imagining it's like dusk.
Okay, then yeah, that's probably a better lead than going to the cold.
With rain and lightning outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go bug Lisa then.
Where did my notes go? There they went. So you kind of find your way to where a lot of the burnouts kind of hang out. It's just like this rundown like record store. We're gonna call it the Vinyl Scratch. At the moment, it's just like the owner and like 3 or 4 other like teenagers, young adults. It's rough to guess their ages. And you see Lisa is just kind of like, you know, that one couch in like every rundown dive bar? There's like one of those in the corner, and she is currently passed out on that like couch. And when you walk over near her, she smells of weed.
You want to take this one, Pete?
I'll just be like, hey, Lisa.
Yeah. You see like her eyes like kind of open, and they are bleary.
Have you seen Eva?
Who?
Eva?
No, I haven't seen Evan.
Close. Close. Eva?
No, I haven't seen Eve either.
I'm just gonna intercept and snap my fingers in front of her face to get her attention. Think, damn it, think. Have you seen Eva?
And just does like, you notice when she blinks, like one of her eyes blinks faster than the other. Like, no? Who?
What's Lisa's bootstraps look like?
She has purple.
I don't know why I asked. My character would not know. I too would like purple bootstraps. They look great, contrasted against the black boot.
Purple means queer, right?
Yeah. I was just like, I mean, I could hook you up with a guy if that's what you're asking about.
No, no. You see her shoelaces? That's my color too. Wrong, wrong, wrong thing.
So what you're getting from this conversation is that Eva doesn't really, or Lisa doesn't know who Eva is.
Then I'm gonna turn around and go up to the front to the store owner or whoever's manning the front desk.
So you see, oh shit, why didn't I put his name in my notes? I wrote it down in my other notes actually.
Let's just call him Kevin.
Well, no, he has a name in my notes. He's a part of the actual series we'll be doing eventually.
Oh,
Where did I put it? Because my notes are not. His name's Dylan.
Dylan.
He's in his mid 30s. He knows a lot about music tech. That's something you would know, but that's about it about him that you would know off the top of your head. And you would know this mainly because every single time you come in here, he has been fixing some kind of tech, like a cassette player.
okay. I'm gonna say I'm not particularly familiar with them, but I have come in asking questions before on other cases. So we're at least on a first name basis, at least.
Yeah.
Dylan.
And he just kind of like looks up from where he's been tinkering with like a cassette player. You notice he tends to have to fix a lot of those because they're kind of new tech at this time, and people aren't realizing how durable or not so durable they are yet. And he just kind of looks up and he's got like these glasses on that you know those glasses that have like that little magnifying glass on them so you can see
Yeah,
closer?
bifocals. Yeah.
No, the ones where you have like attached to the glass you can flip the
Oh,
magnifying
oh,
glass
okay.
down to get more
Oh,
magnification.
got it. Okay.
But they're just like clipped onto his glasses because he is horrendously farsighted. So he can't see shit up close. And he just kind of like flips the magnifying glasses down. It's like, what's up, Desi?
Have you seen? Trying to think if he'd know or not.
Well, it would depend on if Ava came to the record store a lot. Considering what you know of Ava, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
at the least, you know she has a Ramones poster in her bedroom.
You seen my girl, Eva? You know, the slightly shorter than me, red hair.
The one with the green eyes?
Yeah.
I was like, 4. No, it was on the 3rd. So it's been 5 days now. She came in. She wanted to see if the new Ramones album had came out yet. See if we had it on cassette.
She acting strange or anything? Looking over her shoulder or
Oh,
paranoid?
no, and he'll kind of like he has like he just like has a rolling chair, so he rolls out slightly and he pulls out one of the drawers, rummages it through it, and just like pulls out this cassette player that's like this purplish color and just like puts it in your hand. Now she did drop this off though, saying that she would come back for it. But I
Oh.
mean, you're more likely to see her before me, so
Here's hoping. All right. As good as lead as we got. Can I borrow one of your cassette players for like 1 second?
he like in the chair he rotates and slides across the back wall where he's got all of the like cassette players and basically any of the tech that's on sale. And it's just like slides back over. Yeah, I mean you come in all the time. I trust you. And it's just like this simple cassette player. It's like a matte gray color. It's got those over the head headphones or earphone. You know the ones that are like they're flimsy and they've got like that metal band.
Yeah.
It's those.
Right. Well, I'm gonna pop the tape in, put headphones on, and listen.
So what you end up hearing is just static. Go ahead and give me a brains check. Your goal is to hit a 10.
Damn it. Oh shit. So 3.
Now, you could have done a planned action. You know that, right?
Ah, damn it. No.
S- So because you forgot planned actions exist, I'll be nice this one time and let you say you had done that, which is a 10 because you have 20 in brains.
Okay.
Remember, when you're not in high tension situations, you can take half your value.
That's right. Okay. I will remember that then. Thank you.
And essentially, as you're listening to this cassette, you hearing the static, you can kind of hear like amongst the static, like a voice, and you're only hearing a few words where you're hearing the words "help," "they got monster."
They got monster.
And you're sure that there's supposed to be words in between them.
Okay, and write those words down in my notes.
What was the third word?
Got.
Can you spell that?
GOT.
I have no clue why I couldn't. All right.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
totally fine.
It's okay,
It's
Cameron.
understandable.
Well, so that's kind of what you've gotten. You know that Lisa doesn't know Ava, but she's a part of Danger Close, which is the band that you found a flyer for in Ava's room.
Let's make a quick pit stop to my place, grab some flashlights, and go look in the coal mine or go check out the coal plant, coal mine, whatever it is.
Okay.
Before we go, I would like to see if Lisa and or the band hang out that way.
Yeah, that's actually smart. I'll let you talk to her.
At this point, Lisa's more awake than she was. She's still kind of lounging on the sofa or couch. Is there a difference between a sofa and a couch?
Yeah, one's got 5 letters, and the other has got 4 letters. And if I
Hey, smartass,
recall,
you.
neither of them share letters. Except for O, which appears in both of them once.
Okay, so it's a square rectangle thing. Got it.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Smartass.
You know, I do have a 20 in brains.
Okay, well, what do you say to her?
Hey, Lisa,
Yo.
does the band ever hang out near the coal mines?
Nah, I mean, Steve is like dad works there.
Where does Steve live?
Uh, like 17th Street. I don't know if that's a good
Amazing.
arrest.
Is it that one house with the company truck out front?
Yeah, with like the broken tail light.
Yeah, right. Thanks for your help, Lisa.
And she kind of just gives you like a weird salute with her left hand.
I return an equally awkward salute with my right hand.
Neither of you realize how weird it is that your salutes are awkward, and you just kind of bounce.
I mean, it's only awkward if you let it be.
That's true. Anybody who was watching was like, what the fuck's going on? But everyone else involved was like, okay. So you head to, well, you get into, oh god, that was a weird burp that went through my system. Desi has a car. Is that what we're assuming?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's say it's a. I'll be like my mom and say because she had a Bronco. Let's say it's a Bronco.
Yeah.
Cameron likes Broncos, apparently.
They
Hells
are
yeah, I
pretty cars.
do.
All right, so you get in the Bronco and you head to Desi's place to grab flashlights. Is there anything else you want to grab, Desi?
Yeah, I'll grab my unregistered pistol
uh,
just in case.
do you know what type of handgun it is?
Let's say it's a 9mm.
All right. So you have a 9mm that is illegal, so you don't want to get caught with it. You will say you bought it from one of your contacts. And so you grab flashlights, you grab the 9mm. Is there anything else that is grabbed before you head out?
Yeah, a pack of extra bullets.
All right. So you grab some extra ammo for you. And I'm assuming you did not keep the gun loaded.
No.
Remember, kids, gun safety is important if you own one. Do not leave bullets in the gun. Also, keep your bullets locked away from your gun itself so that they aren't easy to combine.
Pretty much.
Also, always treat a gun like it's loaded.
That too.
I love the random PSA in the center of this.
Well, I mean, we don't know who's watching this.
That's true. Most of my viewership is actually out of the country. I'm guessing because it's time zone stuff.
Probably.
One of my mods is Brazilian.
Oh, nice.
But, so you're able to grab all this stuff, you get into the car. Where are you going?
Should we? Well, it's probably too late to go knock on. Well, no, I don't think it could be too late. We can go talk to the worker.
The worker has a name. It is Steve's dad.
Sorry. Well, then let's go talk to Steve's dad.
All right, so you drive to the area where there is like a company truck parked out front. The left tail light is out. It's like broken in. You guess somebody with a bat hit it at some point and Shit's expensive to fix when you are poor. Because I don't imagine if you work in a mine, you're too well off in this time period. Because it's kind of been notorious that miners have been very underpaid for what they do.
The thought just occurred to me. If my family owns like half the town businesses, does that include like the mines?
I'm gonna say no, where that's like some of the
Oh.
stuff you don't own. And I'm gonna say that you yourself don't really own it because your crotchety old
Yeah.
man's still around. So
I
it's
actually
like,
think I know a guy whose family owns like 40% of the town because they owned the mine.
well, I'm saying in this case it's not because she owns the mine.
No, that's fine. I was making a statement. I wasn't trying to influence.
But yeah, so like your family owns it, but you also really don't have much say because your crotchety old man's still around.
Yeah, he has majority control until he passes away.
It's like the thing of nope, brain just gave up on the thought, so moving on. But what's the plan now that you are here?
Guess we have to go find if anything strange has happened in the mine in the last couple of days.
Okay. So you like knock on the door then?
Yeah.
Or we could investigate the truck first.
You could.
Fine. We'll investigate the truck first.
All right, give me brains checks. Let's say 7.
Nice.
I see that we're forgetting about planned actions again.
Yeah, you know what? That I don't know why I forgot about that, but here we are.
Cameron has a chance to succeed a check without rolling, chooses to roll anyway.
You know, that's how I go. Anyway, I failed with the 6.
Oh, Cameron.
Okay, because only one of us needed to succeed.
As you are kind of like examining the truck, you see like there's soot, there's various like dirt clinging to it. It smells vaguely like the brimstone. Not quite the same, but vaguely the same, so kind of reaffirming your already clue that you have. You are able to see that there is like a strange looking print on the side of it that seems like something like leaned on the truck, but it doesn't look like a human print.
I would like to do a prepared action to identify this print.
Prepared action.
You know what? I forgot what it's called. Can I identify this print?
You mean a planned action?
Oh, that's the word.
Prepared action is a D&D term that I remember what it does, so I was like, what the fuck's gonna trigger when you look at this truck that you're thinking of?
I might get triggered looking at this truck.
Uh,
Oh my hell.
it's not human, and you can't think of any animal that would lean on the trunk in a way to leave a print where this is at. So, the only thing you know is you have no idea what this can be, only what it can't be.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go grab my camera out of my car.
All right. What kind of cameras were around this time? Is this the one you don't have portable like disposables?
Mm-mm.
Uh, when was Polaroid
One.
cameras?
That's actually a good question.
Polaroid and camera invented. The instant camera was invented and manufactured in 72 through 81. So yes, you could have one.
All right. Then yeah, get the Polaroid camera out.
So you now have a photo of this print.
Does it look like the truck or truck bed has been used for anything nefarious?
No, it looks like it's just got coal dust. Which, makes sense.
Is it unlocked?
No.
Where's the tray?
All right. Anything else you want to do?
I think we can move on.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What are you doing?
Oh, we're going to see if we could talk with Steve.
It's important
Dad.
that I am not guiding you outside of being like, here's the clues you have. You have to lead the story.
Sorry.
No, that's my bad. I thought we had established that we were doing that, and then we got sidetracked with the truck.
Yeah, but when
My
you get
bad.
new information, it might change plans, so I don't assume.
That's fair. I did, and that was my bad.
All right, so you knock on the door and nothing.
Are there lights on in the house?
No.
Hmm.
Does it appear like anyone's home?
I mean, the truck's out front, but they could be asleep.
I mean, they could also have more than one vehicle.
That's also true.
Hmm. Is the backyard enclosed or is it open?
It's open, but it's small and basically just a bunch of dying grass.
We could always check back tomorrow.
Yeah, we could also creep around and, see if anyone's home.
Get the cops called on us.
I would prefer we didn't because I have a loaded handgun in my back pocket.
That is fair. That is fair.
Just me reminding you consequences exist for your actions.
I mean, only if we get caught.
Still counts as consequences.
And considering I'm a full-grown adult and you're still a teen, who do you think they're gonna let off easy?
I mean, definitely almost full-grown adults.
Mhm.
All right, well then, should we just come back tomorrow?
Yeah. Looks like we have no better option.
Well then, what is your plan?
Go home. Regroup at 0900.
It probably would be smarter to search the. Well, no, because if the mines, if it's operational during the day, we can't investigate.
There's a pretty good chance it's operational at night, too.
Well, why don't we just take a trip up there and we'll see?
Fair enough. We'll go stake out the mine.
Okay, so you make your way to the mine. It's on like the edge of town, and you get there, and I'd say you are not gonna park like in their parking lot in case that it is actually operational,
Okay.
because I'm assuming that's just how your brain works as a private investigator. And as you kind of get there and move towards it, far away enough that you aren't going to be drawing attention to your car, it does seem like it's active, and I would like you both to make brains checks of 13.
Ooh, damn it.
I've got bad news for you. I rolled a 3.
I didn't do any better.
Well, then it sounds like you don't notice anything other than it's active right now.
I would like to search around the perimeter and see if I can find any, like, cool kid, band kid, hangout spot, campfire sort of situations.
Okay, go ahead and give me a brains check of 12.
Alrighty, I rolled a 16.
You don't find like a cool camp spot or a place where band kids would end up hanging out, but you are able to find like it's definitely a place where teens come for intimate encounters because you see on the ground used condoms. Deafening silence.
Sorry, I was blowing my nose. Anything that looks like, well, shoot. Anything other than that sort of stuff?
Give me a brains check of 8.
Can I take 10?
Yes, you can.
I will do so.
As you look around, you are able to see the same prints from the truck you saw earlier, like the same marks, and you can also faintly pick up the scent of brimstone.
Hey, Desi, come look at this.
Yeah.
You also see the used condoms all over the ground.
These are
Is
awful
this
looking water balloons.
the I'm not going to explain sex ed to a kid right now.
Also, there's these footprints.
Is it the same type of print? Those that is the same type of prints on the.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. God damn it, brain. Okay.
Can we track them?
Yes.
Excellent.
Let's start tracking then.
Okay, as you follow these tracks, they lead southwards of where the entrance to the coal mine is. Because this was like around like the eastern corner of the southeastern corner, I should say, of the mine's entrance. They kind of lead into the forest a bit, about like a little deep into the forest, but not like we're gonna get lost in the forest deep. And you see like this makeshift shelter made out of like twigs, dirt, and leaves.
At this point, I'm going to take my gun out and just tell him to just usher Pete behind me while I carefully step towards the shelter.
And you take a step forward and you feel like the ground crunch under your feet. And as you take another step, your sense of smell picks up on brimstone. Take another step, and you can hear like this soft breathing coming from the shelter. You're about 5 feet away from the shelter at this point.
Look over my shoulder and whisper, "If it's run, if we get into a fight, run."
Okay.
I'll keep inching forwards.
And you take another step forward, and you feel the dirt and leaves under your feet like crunching louder than before. Your hair stands on ends as you take another step forward, less than 3 feet away, and you can hear that the breathing is shallow. And as you get to like the entrance, you can see in the shadows of this shelter some kind of creature. It looks about, if you were to give it a body height, it would be around the 7 or 8 foot range, covered in this like black coarse fur, smelling heavily of brimstone. You can see that its feet and hands are these like claws matching the marks you have done. And as you kind of like are peering in, its eye opens and you just see this glowing red just staring at you.
Ew.
What was that?
I just said, "Ew."
What do you do?
I just freeze in place. Waiting to see if it makes any movement other than opening its eyes, like any movement to get up or anything.
And slowly its muscles start to tense as it shifts, rolling towards you. Both of its eyes now seeing you, these glowing red orbs in like this darkness. And it slowly starts to push out of the shelter towards you.
I'm just gonna usher with my one hand on the holding the gun, I'm just gonna put my other behind me and like push against Pete's chest, saying like, "Go back." Slowly.
I start to back away.
And as you two are kind of backing away, this creature comes out of the shelter, standing to its like full height. It's still hunched over, and it smells of brimstone. You see the like claw-like marking, like hands in quotations there, kind of curl, and it's just leaning forward, kind of stepping towards you, sniffing the air, a lot like a dog would do. And it's going to extend its hand towards you, Desi.
I'm reluctant at first, but I slowly reach out my hand, I guess, to it. Eva? Is that you?
And as your kind of palms connect, you like first thing you feel is like their like fur and like the pads on their hands are warm, like supernaturally warm.
Mhm.
And you kind of then hear in your brain, friend.
Yes, friend.
And it will, and you notice that like the tension that was like the muscles and the tension of this creature subside as it realizes you are not a threat.
I'm gonna put my gun back in the back of my pants again. What are you?
And you kind of like, as your hands are still touching, you kind of hear like the like subtle just like the, you know when you do because you just mid-sentence forgot what you were saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of what you hear in their thoughts in your brain essentially before it's like demon.
Demon. Have you seen or did you take, and they give it a specific description of Eva.
And there's just this like pause, and then it's like the bald person did.
Bald person.
Wore
Where they are.
leather spikes, had a beard. And as they're like vaguely describing this, it sounds a lot like a skinhead.
Oh,
And 90% of skinheads are Nazis.
yeah.
Just so people are aware.
Do you know where he took her?
And like you see the creature's just like, it's one of its feet on the ground is just like, you know when you roll your fingers?
Yeah, I think.
pinky ring middle pointer just drumming it on the table.
Oh, yeah.
It's essentially doing that with its toes. At this point, you realize that essentially its feet and hands are the same thing. No. Somewhere big gun. Think.
Somewhere big gun. What was the last word?
Gun?
Thing.
Okay. Can you show us where this big gun thing is?
And there's like this pause, and then it just kind of like steps back, like you lose the mental connection, and it starts like walking through the forest a little closer to where your car is parked, actually. And as you kind of hit the road where the forest clears, you get a little bit more light because the trees aren't blocking out as much of the starlight here.
Mhm.
And you're able to tell that its fur is this more of a molted gray color. And you are able to see that there are like specks of red throughout it. You're pretty sure it would be blood. And you're able to see that there was like this, like, looks like they took a point blank shotgun to like the rib area. And they point towards like the town.
I'm gonna ask it a question again, so I'll put my, I don't know, my hand on it or hold my hand up saying I want to talk.
It'll extend its hand.
Can you read a map?
No.
Fuck. At this point, he's probably too big to fit in the damn car.
I mean, he maxes out at 7 foot, so it'd be cramped, but he could technically fit.
Hmm. Question is, would we know where the neo-Nazis hang out?
I mean, you'd have a general idea. You are a private investigator.
Yeah.
I imagine you're not on good terms with them.
No, God, no. Can you track someone?
And
By
it
scent?
kind of it takes a moment. It's like sort of.
The word of?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Kind of.
If I gave you something of Eva's to sniff, could you track her where she is?
And there's just like this pause, and it's like maybe depends on if her life essence clings to it.
Let's find out. and go over to my car and pull out this random jacket she left.
So it will kind of reach out and touch the jacket. And after a moment, it just kind of shakes its head.
No? Hey, Pete, are your parents home?
I would think so.
Shit.
You still have something that you got from the record store.
Oh, shit, that's right. I'm gonna pull out that cassette tape and hold it out for him.
You notice, unlike the jacket, he's more hesitant to reach out and touch this one. But as he touches it, you feel like the cassette tape in your hand start to hum.
Oh.
And it's close enough that doing this, it's still touching your hand when it's kind of like touching it. This is... And then, like, the beast, like the monster, kind of goes into the cassette tape.
The fuck?
And you notice that the cassette tape, which was like a standard blank grayish white color, the color shifts to this like deep gray color with like these red eyes on it. Just like they look like stickers essentially, not like actual eyes.
Can I still hear them in my mind if I'm touching the cassette tape?
You kind of touch the cassette tape and you're able to vaguely hear it. And what you kind of gather is the words play tape.
Play tape. Guess I'll grab my cassette. Well, no, it's the 70s, so there's probably a cassette player in the car. Go in there. Go into the car, start up, put the cassette tape in.
You start up the cassette and I did not think of this as a possibility. This is going to be weird.
We'd like to surprise you.
So you're in the car and you put the cassette in and you push play and your car starts to transform into the beast with you inside of it.
Well, that's awkward.
Oh, the car's turning into the demon.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this means you can track. This is to help us. Yeah. What am I trying to say? That this way you can take us.
Keep in mind, as it's starting to shift, you're essentially going to be inside of its stomach.
I get out of the car.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's probably a smarter idea.
Yeah, and Dazzy, you essentially hear stop, stop, stop in your head as you're touching your car.
Wait.
It's wanting you to push stop.
Oh, it's wanting me to push stop. So I push stop.
The car goes back to normal.
I'll pull the tape out.
Do you want to put it in the Walkman you borrowed?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. And as you put it in the Walkman and push play, we're going to take a 3-minute break to go to the bathroom. Because I know I need to use the bathroom.
Same, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll switch to the BRB screen and just put on some music in the background.
I don't know, kitten.
Okay. Well, the ad break is over.
I don't think Cameron's back yet.
I don't think so either. Yeah, this is literally us doing a like test run of a season that we'll end up doing. Letting me flesh out a few of my ideas, see if I think they'll work or not. Because I had less than a week to prep a one shot again.
Izzy, you fat ass. Of course it's gonna tip over Dum Dum. Scratching post. We have a scratching post shaped like a palm tree. It's really for the kitten. So whenever one of the other cats use it, it usually tips over.
That doesn't surprise me. I like having a model.
It does give you more. What's what's the word I'm thinking? And then anonymity.
Yeah. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
using models though.
Hmm.
I ended up finding VTuber Kit, which was the last like major model I was using, where I kind of made my character using it because it has like pre-generated or pre-made things that you just pick and choose. But this is like actually my design. I mean, it's a little old because I've been struggling to kind of solidify what the design is,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm getting closer to that design being where I want it.
Good.
I recently drew like my character in the style of like a Sailor Moon panel from the manga.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, we're actually getting a lot closer to the vibe. I'm liking this.
Did you give us?
All right, guys, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
I mean, that's what happens. So, Desi, before we went on break, you had put the cassette in your Walkman and push play.
Yes.
And as this happens, you feel your consciousness start to meld with this demon's consciousness. And Pete, you watch as her body transforms into the beast.
I am horrified because I have no clue what's going on.
Is it kind of like Venom?
Kind of.
Okay.
So you have like their senses and your memories, but you can also kind of communicate with the beast at the same time.
Hmm. So this is better, right? I ask
Yeah.
it.
It's like, yes, I don't like metal organs.
Ooh,
They
okay.
hurt.
Yeah.
And they don't have soul to stop after.
Wait. Are you going to steal my soul?
If it has no soul, I can't separate.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile,
So
Pete's just shitting himself.
meaning that if we had left you in the
Yeah,
car,
I
you
mean,
would
I
have
might
stayed
start
apart.
running.
But you are able to kind of smell where you need to go. It's not really smell, but that's the best sense you have for what it would be.
Just before Pete gets out of the car, I reach over and grab his back of his shirt and say, "No, I know where we need to go."
Well, the thing is, he's out of the car already.
Is he running down the down the
He got
street
out of the
now?
car when the beast started to turn into the car.
Oh, that's right.
And now you are the beast.
Just gonna roll down the window. Pete, get in the damn car.
You can't speak.
Oh, I can't.
Remember, you had to touch the beast to talk?
Oh, fuck. That means I have to touch Pete to talk.
That also means Pete has no clue what you guys were talking about.
Okay, well, anyway, I roll down the window. I try to speak, but I notice nothing comes out. And then I get out of the car and just slowly walk towards Pete with my hands up, or claws, or whatever the hell they are now.
You're gonna have to tackle me. I'm not exactly looking behind myself as I'm running down the road.
You are
Okay,
running.
well, Pete, roll a flight. I'm gonna say brawn or flight, as you are the beast. Maggie.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Hey Cameron, good news. You rolled a 1 on a check you wanted to fail.
You don't know that.
Okay, you rolled badly on a check that means that we don't have to spend 20 minutes as you guys fuck around.
That is fair.
That is fair, yes.
So, yeah. You get tackled by this 7-foot tall demon beast thing. And are able to hear Desi's voice mixed with like this low, kind of growly voice. As if there are two voices speaking to you. What do you say, Desi?
Don't panic. The demon told me that it needed something with a soul to be able to separate. So if we had let it stay in the car, it would have stayed a car. I know
Well,
where
I'll
we need
let
to
you
go.
know. Your warning of don't panic is well overdue. I am both panicking.
Do you want to find your sister or not? Because I would love to find your sister.
I start to calm down a little bit.
I know I can kind of sense where she is, where we need to go.
You would need to go into town, you know that much. From
Yeah.
before you even started tracking. You gotta understand though, you stand out as a beast if you go into the city.
Shit, I guess we should probably wait till night.
It is night.
Black night. Like pitch black night. Where
Like 10 p.m. or later night.
yeah.
I mean, what you could do, and we can kind of do a bit of skipping ahead in time, is
Mhm.
you separate from the demon and make your way to like a place in the
Oh,
town and wait for that to
yeah.
happen.
Let's yeah, let's do that.
Is there anything you two want to do in the interim?
No, not really.
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, ugh, okay. Okay. So night starts to come. What do you do?
Well, we'll find a secluded alley first of all to park in. Just let me it or whatever the hell. Let me explain. An alley wide enough to get the car into, but wide enough it can fit us on the side.
Thin enough you can. So just
Separated
barely
by
big enough that you could open the doors.
yes.
Got it. You do that?
Okay. For some reason, I think I'm going to have to take the rooftops. Pete, stay with the car.
I will guard it with my small life.
Good. Then yeah, I go shimmy out towards like this little open area in the alleyway. Then I'll take the tape out of my pocket and yeah, transform.
All right. You transform again back into this like demon creature.
Is the
I
is
lock
the
the
scent
door.
yeah, probably smart. Am I able to smell a lot clearer here?
It smells stronger.
Okay. I'm just gonna think to myself, think and ask the demon. So does this mean I have like superhuman strength and such?
No, because I don't have superhuman strength.
Are you able to climb?
Yes.
So I can climb.
Yes.
What other powers do you have?
Uh, Physically, I can climb, and I'm a little more durable than a human.
Good enough for me. Let's go. I'm gonna find a what the hell are those things called?
A drain pipe?
No, not that. The stuff fire escape, that's it.
Okay. So
Start climbing up.
you climb up the fire escape and get to the roof, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do?
I guess try to sniff out where the smell's coming from strongest.
So you kind of follow the scent. I'm assuming you're jumping roof to roof as needed to get closer.
Yeah.
And you kind of find like this warehouse not too far away from the center of town, but not like in the center.
hmm
And you see like cars outside parked like around the block essentially. And you're able to see like pairs of skinheads wandering around it.
Mm.
Meanwhile, back at the car, Pete, you have currently locked yourself in the car. You're kind of
And I'm
on
hiding in the back seat.
hiding in the back seat. Okay. And you're able to kind of hear like footsteps from outside of the car. And like you're able to hear something like tapping into like one of the wheels of the car. What do you do?
I carefully peek out the window and see what I can see.
Okay, so I'm going to want a flight of 7 from you.
Oh, I got bad news for you. You ain't gonna get it.
You never know, your dice explode.
5.
So currently you are failing this check.
Correct.
Are you taking the failure?
Yeah, because I can't add more than one adversity, correct?
That is a good question. I don't actually know the answer.
I will currently fail this check.
Kids on bikes, can you use more than one adversary at a time? Oh god, I'm not reading a full paragraph. Yeah, I'd be better off just reading the book to find it again. Okay, so you fail this check and you see that there's just like this punk kid. You're guessing like 17, maybe 18. They've got a baseball bat. They're wearing a hockey mask. And they've got like this baseball bat, and you're seeing on like their like slung over their back is this golf bag with various other like sports tool stick item like things sticking out of it.
So he's stealing my fucking hubcaps.
I will carefully watch.
And they're like head tilt and they are looking directly at you.
I slowly raise a finger up to my lips and the sign, sinking back down.
So as you sink back down and you're kind of back into hiding, glass breaks and goes over like the top of your back.
I start scrambling for the other door.
Okay, give me a flight check. You're gonna have to beat what's half their brawn? Half their brawn would be 7. Or not 7, 8.
I fail with a 5.
You're rolling surprisingly well though. All things considered, that's one of your worst stats.
Right, if we were playing a D6 system, this would be below
Fantastic.
average still.
Well, you try and scramble, but like this gloved hand like grabs you by the collar and kind of pulls you back, and their like other hand wraps around your mouth. What do you do?
I kick wildly.
All right, you kick at nothing because they are grabbing you through the car door. Like they're reaching in through the window they just shattered in and grabbing you.
Oh, from behind.
Yes.
I pictured it as like my feet were towards the door and I was like scrambling backwards towards the other door.
Yeah, but they grabbed you
Oh,
by
that
the
was my
collar
bad.
of your shirt.
Yeah.
And you have this gloved hand over your mouth.
I bite it.
All right, you bite like a leather glove.
Yes.
And you kind of just like hear this the voice kind of comes into your ears like, who the fuck are you?
Oh, it says the person poking around my car. It's muffled, of course, so it sounds more like, "Oh, this is the person coming around my car."
Bullshit. You're not a woman who does own this car.
That makes 2 of us?
Why are you messing with Desi?
Right back at you. Is there a chance I can throw my head back and try to break free?
Yeah, give me a brawn check.
3.
Nah. Nah. Let's try this again. And he like slams your head into the back of the front car seat or the driver's seat. The headrest part. Why are you in Desi's car?
I would like to use Treasure Hunter to see if I can't find something to help aid my escape.
You have to give me a specific.
A tire iron.
No, that would be in the trunk.
Well, I mean, it's a Bronco. It could be under a seat. A screwdriver.
Something.
A flashlight. Pocket sand.
You literally have a flashlight in your inventory because you picked 2 up.
I don't think I ever got handed a flashlight.
Well, she said flashlights, not flashlight.
Do I have pocket sand?
No.
Then
Why
I
would
will
you
keep
have sand
my
in New York's?
state. Remember, we're in the southeast.
Yeah, I realized it as I was about to say city because my brain auto-corrected.
That's right. I made the same assumption earlier, which is why I'm in a very out of place row house in southeast New York.
Well, hindsight's 2020. What do you do?
What did I find?
You already had a flashlight. And you don't have pocket sand.
Unbelievable. Right, I'll try to wave that flashlight around behind me.
Okay, give me a brawn check. Or a fight check, actually. You have to hit a 4.
I rolled a 2.
So that's a failure. You kind of
On
swing.
the bright side, I've got half of my adversity tokens.
Yeah. So you swing and you're just not finding purchase. And they're just gonna bash your head into the headrest again.
At this point, I just pray that Desi's on her way back.
You can keep fighting, but all that's gonna do is end with you unconscious on the ground bleeding out.
Oh, you're one of those people.
They bash your head into the headrest again. Are you gonna change tact or should I just jump back to Desi?
Are they an adult?
You don't know.
Can I try using rebellious?
That only gives you a +3 to resist what they want you to do. But I'm not making you roll to resist what they want you to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's gonna do nothing.
Unless they're a kid.
They're definitely not a kid.
Why are you vandalizing Desi's truck?
There's a man hiding in her back seat.
Oh, well, I'm glad to know that I'm a man.
All right, fine. There's a woman in Desi's back seat, hiding.
A child?
Oh my god.
He bashes your head into the headrest again. Keep being a smartass, and I'll keep doing it.
To make you feel big, picking on little kids.
Bashes your head into the headrest again. I have a feeling this is not going to change anytime soon. So, Desi,
Yeah.
you are kind of looking out on this area. You're able to kind of see the place, skinheads going around. You're assuming this is where Eva is Eva?
Eva, I can't remember.
Eva is inside of, and there's a bunch of presumably neo-Nazis kind of made this their base.
Do I recognize where the warehouse is?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make note of it. And I'm gonna start heading back to get what's his Pete.
Uh, Cameron, I need you to roll a grit check. I'm gonna say you need to beat a 20.
Oh, shit.
Okay. This probably isn't gonna go well.
I mean, I should have probably made it higher.
I rolled a 5.
So, Desi, by the time you kind of return, your back window has been shattered. Pete has been dragged out down the alleyway and is currently bruised, beaten, and bloody, unconscious on the alleyway floor.
Hmm. Is there any sign of the punk who was, yeah,
Nope.
you know.
Nope.
Okay.
Pete could have been in a much better situation if he hadn't been a smartass the whole time.
Damn
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry this town's full of violent criminals.
It's almost like you could be perceived as a creepy rapist hiding in the back of somebody's car. And there might be vigilantes on the loose.
Vigilantes are a problem.
So anyway, Pete is unconscious right now.
Dying in a gutter.
What would Desi like to do?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna transform out of beast mode. Then I'm gonna obviously shake Pete until he wakes up.
So Pete, you wake up in a lot of pain with
Get off
Desi
me, you
shaking you.
psychopath.
What the f happened? My car window is broken and you're beaten to a pulp. I was gone for
Some
like 10
prick with a baseball bat thought you'd save your car by beating me to death.
That doesn't sound. Oh, whatever. I know where I found where the skinheads are. Get up. We'll get you to. I don't know. We're just gonna take a look at them. You're fine. It's nothing Ice Pack can't fix.
You've got like the wickedest black eye ever from your head
We'll
being
stop at
smashed
the
into the
store and get you some
headrest.
ice. We'll stop at the gas station to get you some ice to cup.
All right, so cut to about 20 minutes later outside of the gas station as Pete is holding ice to his black eye.
This is why I don't come into town. Right here.
I'll park a ways away that we can still see, but we're not obvious.
All right. What's your plan?
For right now, observe.
Patrols? Uh, some people going in, some people going out. Nothing major, though.
Dusty, have I told you the dangers of observing lately?
No, but I don't want to go in there blindly and get shot up to hell. Demon suit or not.
I mean, I don't really want to sit here and get my ass kicked again.
Just relax. We're far enough away. They won't know we're here.
I like how this whole time Pete has not at all explained who or what attacked him.
Well,
I have no idea who or what attacked me.
I literally gave you a description.
Well, anyone can get a hockey mask and a baseball bat.
doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. We can deal with that later. And my broken window, don't worry about it. It's insured.
I also feel like the entire description and reference of this character is going to go over most people's heads. Anyway, so yeah, nothing new is changing. That's all you're seeing is there's patrols. Sometimes people come in, sometimes people go out.
Hmm. Well, since you're beat to shit, I'm just gonna leave you here.
No, I'm not playing that game anymore.
Fine. Let's go. I saw a back entrance when I was up on the roof earlier.
All right, so you start making your way to this back entrance, and there is like a skinhead outside the door.
Hmm. Question is, will he recognize me? Hmm.
Well, you're also a woman, and they're
That is
skinheads.
true. That is very true.
Just a reminder that not only were Nazis incredibly racist, they were incredibly sexist.
Exist.
Just a reminder. It's not like they're like, oh, you're a white woman, you pass. They're gonna be like, oh, you're a fucking woman, get the fuck out of here.
So we go in swinging.
I mean, technically, yeah, we could, but, and hear me out. Well, I don't know if I see. So so the demon makes me stronger than a normal human, or it can make me withstand a lot more.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let the demon suit get on or whatever.
I like how you're referring to it as a suit when you literally transform into it.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I could try and climb up the side if I could find like a handhold or something for handholds or something.
Okay. So you do that.
Right. Is there an open vent or anything up at
Uh,
the top?
No, because those would have like fans.
Oh, that's right. Does it have a window?
There are windows, yes, but you don't know what's on the other side of the windows because they are like stained, fogged over, kind of.
Yeah. Hmm. What to do? What to do?
You could technically also bring Pete up with you on your back.
Yeah, that's true. I'll climb back down and grab Pete.
Thank you.
Grab Pete. And head back up. Then I guess we'll. How far would you say the warehouse top is, like the roof room is from the ground?
2-story?
A 2-story? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to peek over where the guard is stationed. Being the little fucker that I am, I'm going to drop over on top of him.
Okay.
Surprise, bitch.
Give me a flight check, but 1 die higher than your current total.
12.
12? Alright,
Mhm.
you are able to fall well enough to like land on top of them, and when you land, you feel bones crack.
Oh, shit.
You gotta understand, you're also nearly 400 pounds of weight. And when you look down, they are just basically a broken body with well, they had a head. It's now more like a smashed pumpkin.
Like a fucking watermelon. Oh, shit. I'm just gonna drag his bloody body over to the dumpster and just tuck him against the side that no one can see.
Just like stuff him behind the dumpster.
Yeah, pretty much. Then I'll climb back up and go get Pete, and then we'll sneak inside.
Pete's been down, up, and down again now.
At least I'm not the one doing all the work.
That's true.
But yeah, you sneak in and it smells like sweat. And then as you get more sense into your nostrils, how well acquainted are you with the scents of various drugs?
Well, let's see, if I'm a PI, then I would say, like, I know certain types of street drugs, like, like Molly, and is MDMA the same as Molly?
No.
That's what I thought. Ecstasy, coke,
See,
pretty much any type of drug.
ecstasy is MDMA.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I got
I
got
was
confused.
wrong.
Also known as Molly. You've named 3 different things that are the same drug.
I guess it would be safe to say then that we're not at all familiar with the
Well,
various
IRL, this is after a Google search.
Hell, we failed.
You didn't go for like, oh, meth, heroin, cocaine. You went, what if ecstasy, but 3 different names?
Shut up. I never said I was smart.
I feel like the setting should have made you immediately go to meth, though, because that was one of the main drugs that was
know
a
this-
problem.
Oh my hell. Okay. Then yeah, I know meth and coke and heroin,
Oh
all the
my
lovely
god.
colors of the rainbow.
All the other drugs of the rainbow, yes. Well, you're able to kind of pick up on various drugs. Among the scent of sweat.
Do I smell any trace of Eva?
At this point, the scent is too strong of it to really pinpoint it.
Okay. That's fair.
You know you're in the right area.
Guess I'm gonna have to sneak around. See, we'll have to sneak around and see if we can't find like a back room or something. Or unless we are in the back room.
I mean, you came in through the back door.
Yeah, that is true.
Are you sneaking around as a demon?
No.
That's an important thing to know.
Sorry.
I feel like it's a little harder to sneak around if you're bigger.
Yeah, it is. My bad. My bad, everybody. All right.
So you guys are sneaking around. I'm gonna say we need flight checks.
Of course we do.
I'm gonna roll a d8 to decide on the number, so don't tell me what you rolled because I can't see it. 4.
I will spend an adversity token to succeed.
I think we home
That's
rule
fair.
you can spend multiple adversary because it's a
Oh,
one
okay,
shot.
then yeah, I'll spend 2 adversity to succeed as well.
I'll have to look into the rules for sure when this season comes around, but
Yeah.
I might just play it that way even if it says otherwise. Anyway, so you're sneaking around, you're trying to find anything, and you eventually find your way into like a secluded area that's essentially been made into a makeshift interrogation room. There is a woman, bag over her head, tied up to a chair.
I'm gonna go over and take the hood off to see who it is.
You see a bruised, bloody lip and like face, black eyes, but you're pretty sure it's Eva, but her red hair is more red instead of orange red because of what you assume to be blood.
Yep.
And they are breathing very shallow.
Is she like okay, but is she conscious?
She is unconscious and her breath is incredibly shallow.
Shit, we gotta move her. It's gonna I guess I can try and untie the knots.
All right, you work on untying the knots. And Cameron, give me a brains check of 7.
I'll screw this up, Cameron.
I would like to take half on that.
So you take a 10, and you are able to tell that somebody's coming.
Hey, Dusty, we've got company inbound.
Fuck. Well, no way around. Wait. Is there a window in the room?
No.
Fuck.
What kind of
So fucking-
interrogation room would have a window?
Oh, that's true. I forgot it was
A
an interrogation.
bad one.
I mean,
I mean, he's not wrong.
my bad. I'm gonna stop trying to take the cassette back out and let myself transform into the demon again. Then cut through the rope with my claw,
Okay.
and I tell what's his name, Pete, to climb up on my back. Hold on, while I carry Eva bridal style. I would think that'd be the term.
Where you have him in front of you.
Yeah, and we were just gonna run like shit.
Okay. So what happens is you get Pete on your back, pick up Ava in your arms, bridal style. You kick open the door just in time to smack somebody in the face and book it.
Yes, it's the whiskey all over again.
Go ahead and roll me a flight check. It's 1 die higher.
Oh,
You're
fuck.
trying to hit a 7. Jesus Christ. I'm assuming you don't have 6 adversary right now.
I got 3. I'm technically 4 now.
You do not make a clean break for it. You are kind of you're still running, but you are very much still being being pursued. And bang bang bang, you hear gunshots.
I just keep on going.
And I'm going to need a grit check of 12. This one you get to increase by 2 die.
Okay. 10.
No, like you roll a die higher.
Oh,
So your grit would have been a d20, not a d10.
oh, all right.
Try it again.
14.
Okay. You feel the bullets hit you, but luckily you're sturdier than you used to be. Go ahead and Pete, what would you like to do actually?
Gotta hold on tighter. Do I have marbles in my pocket?
Do you want to spend an adversary token to have marbles in your pocket?
Do it.
Yeah, I do. I release the marbles.
You release the marbles. Desi, your next flight check, which you're increasing the die from whatever it is to 1 die type higher, not adding 1 to your roll, you're gonna only have to hit an 8.
All right, so it's a D6 instead.
Yes.
Fuck me. I failed
Okay.
again.
You fell again. You keep running. You keep getting fired at. Give me a grit check.
Is another D20 or just regular?
Another d20, because while you're the beast, your die becomes 2 dice bigger.
That's right.
And you're trying to hit a 10.
I got 14.
Okay. Again, bullets are hitting you, but you're luckily kind of surviving. And at this point, you still need to keep running.
Cameron, is there anything else in your pockets you can throw?
I've got a flashlight. Maybe. I don't know. That might be in the Bronco.
Whatever's in your pockets, throw them.
Do I have a pickup jacks game in my pocket?
Do you want to roll another, spend another adversary to have?
I will. I will.
Unlike the marbles, those are a pain in the ass to step on.
I mean, they're both unpleasant to step on, but yeah, I get what you mean.
All right, you throw them again. Give me a flight check again with the higher die. I said 8 last time. So 7.
So I got to beat a 7.
Yes.
And it's 1 die higher, right?
Yes.
I'll spend adversity to make it succeed.
All right, you are finally able to kind of get away. And you are now kind of like out of immediate danger, but you've got to act quick, otherwise they're going to find you again.
I see we get the hell out of here and run to the damn warehouse.
Okay, you're out of the warehouse, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you
Yeah.
like? You need a plan quickly, or they're gonna catch up.
I'm gonna run in the direction of the nearest hospital, or the hospital, I guess.
Okay. Just so you're aware, that is like almost a mile away.
Then I'm gonna.
And you're a
No.
monster. Let's
Yeah.
try running towards the Bronco.
Yeah, let's run towards the Bronco.
All right, you run towards the Bronco. You're able to kind of get in the Bronco, start up the car, and kind of drive off into the night towards the hospital.
Yeah.
We're going to cut ahead in time a bit to, let's say, 4 hours later in the hospital, where at this point, Desi is not conscious, but she's under medical care now.
Yeah.
And is stable. And then we're going to cut ahead to like the next day. When was TV invented?
It was like the 19. I'm gonna say 30, but I'm not entirely sure.
27. TV common place. It became common in 1960. Okay, perfect. And the next day you kind of get this, you're watching the news. I'm assuming you're just like in the waiting room of the hospital because they don't want people in with the still recovering Eva,
Whatever.
either. And you see news reports of like this local gang in the southeastern area of New York was found beaten to a pulp with baseball bats this morning. And you're able to like, from like the footage, you're able to be like, some of these look like familiar faces to last night.
I think looks like the person, what the hell is it called? Sounds like the same vigilante, quote air quotes, that beat the shit out of you, beat the shit out of the skinheads.
I've got very conflicting emotions about this.
I mean,
They're
they're
very
probably good.
complex.
I'm just gonna think through my contacts of anyone who could be that would stick out as a vigilante type, I guess.
Give me a brains check of 12. We're wrapping
No.
up, by the way, if you want to spend any adversary.
Oh, well, yeah, then I'll spend adversity to. Yeah, you get the point.
You wouldn't know anyone in your like immediate contacts who would fit that category, but it sure sounds like a rebellious son of one of your contacts would do something like that.
Oh, hell. I have an awkward conversation with someone's dad coming up.
And with that, we have finished up our one shot. Yay!
Mission successful.
I gotta test out the campaign I've been wanting to run. And I know how I'm gonna fix some of my problems I ran into. Yeah. And this might actually end up being our next season, full season of Hex Club, because I want to run it, and it's kind of a response to things in America coming up soon. Just a reminder, it's 100% okay to punch a fascist in the face. Morally
Agreed.
correct.
Unless you can't prove they're a fascist, then you probably shouldn't.
If you know they're a
Pretty sure
fascist.
they'll let you know.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell when somebody's a fascist, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop
They
fascism.
say stuff like, police are good.
Defend the police unless they are actively suppressing our riot at the Capitol. In which case, they're the enemy.
Well,
No,
I
you
still can't believe
misunderstood.
people did that.
They were acting as tour guides.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of why I want to run that season sooner rather than later. Because I like the idea of all of us getting to play out the fantasy of beating the shit out of neo-Nazis.
It would be pretty fun.
So did
It would be fun.
So would we
I
be
don't
playing
think
as
all of
characters
us
that we're
will
playing
be.
in our one shot right now?
what?
Would we be playing as the characters in the one shot we're in right now?
We'd discuss it
be
closer to time.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure if you'd want to. Because
I mean,
this
I'm-
could be like pseudo canon instead of like canon.
Mm,
Because some of it because like the cassettes particular would not be something I would want to be like first episode outside of like hinting at it. So Cameron, what was your thought that you didn't finish?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Cameron.
It's okay.
Did
I'm
did
pretty
either
under the weather.
That's true. Did either of you catch the reference I was actually making with that guy with the baseball bat?
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't see him through my
Uh-uh.
bloody face.
Casey Jones.
What is he from?
He's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's right.
He's
I
Raph's.
just watched Robot Chicken the other day, and they had him on there.
It's Raph's rival / lover. Okay, I might be adding that second one, but still. He's the guy in the hockey mask with all of the sports equipment who beats up the Foot Clan. He's my favorite character in the comics as well.
and children. The Foot
Technically,
Clan and children.
that's only in the live action movies, though. Usually, the Foot Clan is adults.
Hmm.
I've got firsthand experience of his,
Well, first of all, you were about the same age as him in this run. Second of all, it's not actually Casey Jones. It's just a reference to Casey Jones.
Hmm.
fair enough.
So, like, there's two levels of disconnect with that statement. Because I don't think you would call a 16-year-old beating up a 17-year-old or vice versa an adult beating up a child.
I mean,
A baseball
Yeah.
bat was involved.
Now, if a 17-year-old beat the shit out of a 12-year-old, yes, you would say that. Yeah. I think the season will be fun when we get to it.
hopefully we get to it.
I mean, the only reason we wouldn't is if the podcast fully dies somehow.
Uh,
I've set up the raid, so it's gonna kick us out after it loads, but we still need to discuss if we're gonna do anything in December, because I know December's like the month. If anybody can do stuff, it's unlikely.
like an in IRL get together.
Well, or just get together online. I don't want to do like TRPG stuff, but I'd like for us to get together and play like a game or something.
If we could, or that, like that, or if we wanted to do an in real life, we could like go to a cheap restaurant or something.
True. Maybe. We'll need to discuss it.
Yeah.
Because I also have like just a handful of like multiplayer games we could play
Hmm.
that like literally only one person needs a copy, so